Alright, when it comes to gaming phones, there's always something crazy going on. Sometimes there's a built-in fan, sometimes it's liquid cooled, there are RGB lights everywhere, and of course, they're big, bulky, hefty, and the camera sensors are just placeholders. But this phone, well, it's different. See, it's a proper gaming phone with solid performance, but at the same time, it's smaller than most other phones, so it's comfortable to hold. It doesn't compromise on the battery life, and the camera setup is also good. And the best part, it's launching pretty soon in India. The phone that I'm talking about is the iQOO 15R, and it has already launched in China as iQOO Z11 Turbo. In this video, I'll tell you the confirmed specs of Indian variant, what are the upgrades or downgrades you can expect, and also the pricing. So yeah, let's get started. First of all, let's talk about the design. So this right here is the phone, and as you can tell, it has a very understated minimal look. The camera module is a lot like Nothing Phone 2A, but it's not center aligned, and there's iQOO logo at the bottom. The corners are rounded, the edges are flat, and the in-hand feel is really good. One thing that I absolutely love is the size of this phone. I mean, it's not too big, just like usual phones, and it's not too small either, which a lot of people don't really prefer. I think more smartphone brands should just start focusing on this size because it's easy on the hands, plus you don't compromise either on the screen size or the battery. And oh, when this phone launches in India, there will be two different designs to choose from. One will get these checkers and the other one will be plain like this. The checkers one will be a glass back and the plain one will be plastic. But apart from that, the sides will be metal on both, and other stuff like IP rating, ports, buttons will all be the same. If I talk about the battery, there's a massive 7600 mAh battery in the phone, which by the way is even bigger than what you get on the OnePlus 15R. And with gaming and benchmarks, we got an SOT of around 6 hours, and for normal usage, you can easily expect it to last 8+ hours, which is nice. There's also a 100-watt charger in the box, which can take the phone from 10 to 100% in just 1 hour. But there's no wireless charging here. On the front, you get a 6.59-inch 120Hz LTPS panel with 144Hz refresh rate. It's a high-resolution 1.5K panel, and the brightness is also impressive, be it inside or out. You also get stereo speakers here, so no compromises on the multimedia experience too. Okay, let's talk about the performance now. The phone is loaded with Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, and there's 12GB of LPDDR5X Ultra RAM and 256GB of UFS 4.1 storage in the base variant. You also get a big VC cooler, but in addition to that, there's an even bigger graphite layer too, just to keep things cool. I think the RAM variants might change in India because we have seen that happen in other brands too, but the rest of the specs will remain the same for sure. In AnTuTu, this phone scores much better than the OnePlus 15R, but the newly launched Moto signature is still leading with a slight margin. Temperatures are also much cooler on Moto compared to the other two. In 3D Mark Wildlife also, the scores are in the same order. Moto is on top, followed by iQOO, and OnePlus finishes last, but the stability on iQOO is very low, and the temperatures are also very high. And for Solar Bay, iQOO once again has the least stability, and the temperatures are also quite high on both iQOO as well as OnePlus. Overall, for benchmarks, I thought iQOO will beat everyone, but surprisingly, Moto did a fantastic job. But now, let's check how well it does in gaming, because that's what the real benchmark is. First up, we played 5 matches of COD Mobile of 4 to 5 minutes each, and in all the games we played, the gameplay was top-notch, the average FPS was consistent throughout the match, and the phone did not let any frame drop. But there is a catch. Actually, we selected the native 144 FPS, but for some reason, the gameplay was always stuck at 120. I'm not sure why. It might be a bug. I also played multiple sessions of demanding games like Genshin and Wuthering, and in every session, the phone was giving its all. The gameplay was super smooth, the average FPS numbers were consistent, and the temperature was also in control. Only in Wuthering Waves it touched 40, but in other games, it was always around 34 degrees. And since it's an iQOO device, you obviously get a ton of gaming features, so no problems there. So yeah, performance-wise, this phone handles everything well, but in cameras, things are a bit tricky. I say this because the 200 megapixel main sensor from the Chinese variant is replaced by a 50 megapixel sensor in the Indian variant. It's definitely a downgrade, but if it helps in keeping the cost aggressive, I'm okay with it. And for the rest of the cameras, there's an 8 megapixel ultra wide and a 32 megapixel selfie camera. We also took some photos and videos from this phone, and let me just show them to you. Since it's a China unit and the main camera will change too, I won't pass any judgment at the moment. The phone is running on Origin OS 6 based on Android 16, and iQOO has confirmed that the Indian unit will get 4 OS updates and 6 years of security patches. And for connectivity, you get Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, USB Type-C 2.0, IR Blaster, and NFC, but there's no eSIM support. Now, Now, pricing is where things get interesting because in China, this phone launched for 2400 yuan, which is roughly 31,500 rupees. But we all know that's not how things work. There are custom duties, there are taxes and whatnot. So in India, we can expect it to launch around 40 to 45,000 rupees. And at that price, this phone is going directly against the OnePlus 15R. And if you're interested in a detailed comparison between both the phones, tell me in the comments and I will definitely do it for you. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions about this phone, feel free to ask us in the comments and we'll answer them. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.